And we are back. UCF Knights Dynasty. In the last one, we went ahead, watched the Arizona State game, which ended in a 50-10 win. Albeit they're 2-8, so it doesn't mean a whole lot. But it does for, and conference standings. Obviously, they're 2-8 doesn't mean a lot. I'm saying, oh, we beat this team. But now we control our destiny. If we win one of our next two games, doesn't matter if it's West Virginia or if it's Utah, we win a chance to win the Big 12. We punch our ticket to the conference championship game, which will more than likely be against Oklahoma State, considering, well, if we go to the top 25 quickly, they're the number one team, we're the number two team. I mean, come on. Look at how good we're kind of playing. I don't really care about you guys, no offense, or at least not yet. As you can see, we win the tiebreaker over every single team but Utah at the moment and Oklahoma State. So, although we only need to beat one of these two teams, we have to lose out and Utah win out in order to lose to them, and Oklahoma State doesn't really matter. We're just going to need to do better than them, pretty much. So they're going to have to lose if we want to pass them, essentially. So, I mean, if we lose this game and Utah wins their game, creates a very interesting scenario where the winner will be, more than likely in. Obviously, we can't rule out the possibility of Oklahoma State fumbling, but they did beat Utah, they did beat Utah, so I don't think there is a path for them to miss out. I could be wrong. I'm going to leave the idea out there, but I don't think there's a pathway. But the fact that there's a freeway battle just to compete for the Big 12 championship, and it's the number 1, number 2, and number 5 ranked teams in the country, is a very interesting way to end. We also need to talk about the 1 seed for the conference or the college football playoffs, excuse me. As we got the ball at the 16 to start, it's going to be a handoff to RJ Harvey. He's going to cut it inside for a gain of 2. Where, as it stands, the Big 12 would be the number 1 seed in the college football playoffs, considering, both us and Oklahoma State are undefeated. KJ Jefferson's going to get a yard, making it 3rd and 7. So, obviously that could change, depending on how us and Oklahoma State do. That's a first down up to Xavier Townsend to the 43, 24 yards on the play. Only needed 7, got 24. RJ Harvey got 3 yards. West Virginia as well, we need to talk about, are fighting for their own stuff. KJ Jefferson takes it outside. He has a bit of room to run down to the 39-yard line. First down. It's going to be a gain of 16. West Virginia, they're 1 win away from a bowl game with 2 games to go. They're going to have to, do 1-1 at worst in order to make a bowl. Gain of 5 there. Kobe Hudson, the one on the catch. So for both sides, a lot to fight for. Why are we throwing it away? We could have scrambled. College football playoffs, Big 12 championship, bowl game. All in play for, UCF, and that's just going to be... Do we get the tackle? KJ Jefferson, way to push him out of bounds, even though you threw the interception. Not I can't even skip this. I'm trying to. They're mocking us right now. And a drive with such high potential, such high strides, ended in nothing. As their first play is going to be a gain of 7 up to the 31-yard line. I would more say it was a gain of 8, but, you know, that's going to be wide open. Doesn't matter. They picked up the first down to 26 anyway. I'm not necessarily afraid of losing this game. When I say afraid, I mean, like, if we were to lose, I would be upset. I wouldn't. Trap games happen. This could very well be one. I mean, we went on a 10-game winning streak. You never know when it could end. What would scare me, however, is if we, you know, lost this game and Utah won theirs. And he gets into the end zone, and wow, did he get his foot down? It feels hard for him not to have. Oh yeah, clear as that. He got the other foot down too. No question about that. I just wasted everyone's time there, honestly. Studio updates. North Carolina winning against Boston College. Doesn't mean a whole lot unless we are to lose one of our final 2 games. Well, hopefully 3 games, I should say. You know, hoping we make that conference championship game. But something I also need to, you know, remember is maybe I am a bit afraid of losing this game. That was a gain of 6 by Kobe Hudson. Think of the consequences. If we lose and Utah wins, we go into a do-or-die game with Utah to decide who gets to be in the Big 12 championship. Our first and what would be at the time only loss, if we did lose this game, first down up to the 40, would be to a 5-5, well, 6-5 if they win, West Virginia, who's unranked. So I'd imagine, as Magwood's going to lose a yard there, I'd imagine that would pretty heavily affect us in terms of the top 25 voting. Magwood couldn't break free. He had a lot of room if he did. 3rd and 5 from the 45. We call it again. Kobe Hudson does pick up the first down to the 46, and we're calling a lot of these RPO plays, or bubble screens. And I'm not a big fan. I really like that toss play there. It got 6 yards. And we, you know, trucked the guy. However, if I see Magwood, you know, run a... Okay, he didn't. Why would you go down? 3rd and 3 at the 39. I thought it was going to be a bubble screen. I'm completely down to hand the ball off here. That's exactly what we do. And he goes and it's 4th and inches. And you best believe I am hopping in here quickly. And I'm getting these inches we so desire. Barely. Oh my gosh. There's the playoffs quickly though. Oh, it's gone. Alright. I don't know. Was it Boise State I saw or something who was at the 12 seeders? I don't remember what I saw. I know North Carolina is projected to get a ball. R.J. Harvey, he goes to the outside, 36 yards to the house. And we are suddenly just an extra point away from tying this game. And that was an explosive drive. Had to get a 4th and inches, which I need to emphasize that we barely got. And R.J. Harvey, turned it up with that run. He has his moments. It's probably going to suck, when he's not going to be here next year. In fact, we're going to be losing our... What this play finished. That was a great play by them up to the 34. That's 16 yards. Going to be without our starting 3 running backs. Quarterback keeper. Or a Wildcat. Don't know quite which one. Gain of 2, though. We're going to be without our starting 2 receivers. And Kobe Hudson, Xavier Townsend. However, that one I'm not as worried about. 3rd and 5 up to the 39. Because we'll have Chauncey Magwood. And then we'll be obviously losing KJ Jefferson. Which, I don't remember his name. But in his place, the backup sophomore who will have 2 years out of. What a sack by Marquise Harley. I don't know if that was his name. Manley, maybe? Marley? Great job, nonetheless. At number 23, blue pass, we're going to return it up to the 39, maybe 40-yard line. Hand off to R.J. Harvey. He trucked. If he didn't, he would have gotten a lot more yards. In fact, he got no yards. Complete. Pittman's going to be just short of the 1st. 3rd and inches. Now, I won't go for it on this one since we aren't across midfield. However, it looks like I won't even need to. As R.J. Harvey picking up that 1st down. And they give it to him again. Gain of 5. So our offense, I'm pretty sure a lot of our team actually is going to be looking a lot different come next season. R.J. Harvey almost took it big again. He's already at 80 yards and we're only in the 1st quarter. Great dash, 79 yards. Second and 11 now. He's back. Oh no, that's Penny Boone. 3rd and 8 now for the Knights offense. Down goes Jefferson. They got pressure and it worked out. Do not kick this yet. Let it trickle down, please. Thank you. Going into the 2nd quarter, we are tied, however, with a chance to put some points on the board. It's going to be a 49-yarder. And wide to the right. He's someone who's going to be staying on the team next year, and boy, am I not happy about that. First play, he had a guy open, slightly overthrew him. It would have been hard to catch it in stride, but making a diving attempt that, was no avail. The running back's going to take it outside. He's going to get across midfield up to the 43. 1st down, Mountaineers. I don't know what it is about West Virginia's logo on midfield, but it just looks right. As a delayed handoff gets 6 yards, either that or a bad snap. Guess we'll never know. I'm going to personally go with the delayed handoff, though. Looks like they have a bubble screen. They're going to check it down to it. He's going to beat a running back. Going to get only a yard. Wow. 3rd and 3. This would be a 54-yarder. If, all else fails. I didn't even notice the R in their logo. Maybe I don't like that. 1st down to the 16. Handoff. He has room. Fails to make the man miss. Gain of 8, however, though. D tackle there to stop that run. You love to see it. Caught up to the 2-yard line, 1st and goal. That was an amazing catch, all things considered. And down at the 4. That play, I mean, right as he turned his head, he was ready for it. And that ball was right there immediately. And he holds on to a very tough situation there. Had to choose one or the other, the DB did. And there was linebacker help, just a bit too late. In West Virginia, 14-7 lead. All because of a missed field goal. Well, I mean, they would have had the lead regardless. But they had their lead, like a 7-point lead because of a missed field goal. As I don't know what this is with me in returning it, but it's just working. We got it up to 27. I give them credit for catching me there. Way to hustle by number 22. However, we give us the ball in a favorable position. As Jefferson, he's going to throw it end zone. And in double coverage. Let's not do that again. RPO. Getting trailed is Xavier Townsend. 3rd and 5. Has some room to run, but was, got caught. 3rd and 5. Jefferson has to throw quickly. Fires in between defenders and Chauncey Magwood. Gonna tie the game up. Assuming, the kicker can make this one. To which he does. 22 seconds. Granted, we only had to go 27 or so yards. As they look not to return their kick. As we did boot it pretty deep. First and 10 now at the 25 for West Virginia. Looking to put some more points on the board. Recapture that lead in their run game. That might just be a 1-play touchdown. Down to the 25-yard line. C.J. Donaldson Jr. I mean, I get one, they get one, I suppose. West Virginia is fighting tooth and nail right now, though. And I don't know if that's holding or roughing. Oh, are they going to call PI, actually? Brandon Adams. They called DPI. Going to get it at the 11 now. I would have assumed it was holding or roughing. It's not often we get DPI penalties. Well, PI in general. What a hit, though. Making up for it. As they lose 3 yards. Thankfully, he held on to that because, they lost yards. The running back almost bounced outside. And 3rd and 15. They pretty much need a touchdown. They have about half a yard. No, half a yard to work with to get a first down. And we bring pressure. He just has to throw it away. And that pass is incomplete. 4th and 15 from the 15. Let's just not commit any roughing penalties, shall we? Thank you. It was close. I saw a guy dive. But we didn't, so it's fine. And sometimes returning kicks just doesn't quite work. However, I am going to call 1 play because I am feeling a bit cheeky. I'm looking at extra triangle immediately. X probably would have been there if I had more time. However, I didn't, so I just had to take off. That's just a good heads-up play by me there. I know I'm tooting my own horn, but you have your reads. If the reads are not there, you can't really process it too long, or else you're looking at a sack. And that puts him over 100 yards passing. KJ Jefferson up to the 40. And, stepped up in the pocket, took off when there was, a hole. Gain an 8 there for Harvey up to the 48. Don't think I really could have done anything much better there. If I had more time, I probably could have hit X for significant more yards. However, why risk it? As that was a tight throw. It's going to be incomplete. Xavier Townsend couldn't quite hold on to it. And that throw just felt a little forced. As this is going to be a wildcat. But R.J. Harvey, even while tackled a few yards behind the line of scrimmage, managed to fight his way up to midfield. And that is a first down and a great play by R.J. Harvey. That'll probably get, scouts, aware of him. Meanwhile, Chauncey Magwood getting caught. It's going to lose just the slightest amount of yards. As we do give it to Harvey, he's going to get a first down up the middle, 38-yard line. I do think he has a chance to be drafted. With that being said, I'm saying a chance because loss of a yard there. If he was, I don't see him being a first 2 day. I see him being day 3. Pittman, the tight end, who will be a returning face, does get 3 yards for there. 3rd and 8. We hand it off. Harvey, we're going for it again. I imagine what that was supposed to be was to just, help us with an easier field goal. However, Harvey picks up nearly enough for the first down, so it's like we might as well. Do we get one final playoff before the 2-minute warning? It's going to be close. We do with a second to spare. And it's a good one, as it's a gain of 7 or 8. Or 6. I thought he had a lot more. 2nd and 4 from the 21. Jefferson firing. Touchdown. Chauncey Magwood. And we're going to take the lead for the first time this game, I believe. 21-17, we lead by 4 points. However, a minute 55 and free timeout for this Mountaineers team. They do have a chance to either put some more points on the board, take the lead, or we might even get another chance with the ball, depending on what happens. I mean, if we force a 3-and-out, I would not rule it out of the equation. That is a good start, only a 1-yard gain. Second down now. Feeling some pressure. He's going to be down. And we take a timeout. And they are at the half-yard on. Wow. That is a generous spot. I thought he was. That's about an extra yard. 3rd and 22. They just have to hand this ball off. And it's going to get. At most 2 yards. 4th and 20, as long as we don't commit a roughing penalty. Which we don't. Cutting it outside as well. What a move. We're going to get at the 40-yard line with a minute 26 and 1 timeout. Had 3 people really, moving. And Pittman's going to take it in on the first play. As we're going to take a 2-score lead now. 28-17, 11 points. I probably would have gone for 2 there to make it a 2-touchdown game. However, I shall not complain about, getting 3 points. Returned up to the 15. They do have a minute 17 and free timeouts to work with. And a field goal would make it a 1-score game, so they're not too pressured to get a touchdown right now. As West Virginia has to use a timeout, he couldn't get out of bounds. Minute 13 remaining. Quick throw. It's going to be caught. He is going to get the first, but that is going to cause the clock to run significantly faster as the change people do not have to move nearly as much. Considering he got the first down by about a yard, and they only needed a yard. However, that play is much different, but they do take a timeout anyway, maybe to get their composure. Change up their play calls now. They're at the 46. Check down. They might have to burn their final one there. The great thing about that though is it was only a 3-yard gain, so it's way better than something like 9 yards in that situation. So it takes a lot less time to get there. However, they don't get the first down again. 3rd and 2. And if you don't get this, if I'm UCF, I'm taking a timeout. And they do. And he gets out of bounds at the 20-yard line. So that does, I was going to, you know, hop out so I could take the timeout. And now that saves that timeout as well. So now you can kind of do what you just did there, where you try and get yards instead of going for, you know, a first down, out of bounds, or end zone. However, you now are down to 1 timeout. You're only 12 yards away, and a first down would not inbounds would not end your drive. Pressured, he just has to throw it away, and that's the smart move. Once again, a first down inbounds probably would be fine if you hurried up and spiked it. Throwing away again. And I'm going to get out there quickly because I want a chance to return a kickoff to end the half. We don't commit the penalty. 28-20 is going to be our score. However, we do have one chance with 5 seconds. And with 2 seconds left, so I'm gonna call inside zone, and we're gonna take it to half. There's not much point to kneel it, in my opinion. We might as well call a play and see if it works for the better. I mean, if anything, that just pads the stats. And media rank polls, we are ranked number 2. I'm quickly going to get some more water, so you know I'm able to commentate without a dry throat. So I will be back. Sorry if they do something miraculous in like 2 plays I'm gone. I'll stay for the kickoff. They return it to the 16. Alright, it is 3rd and 9. I do return. They are at the 45, so they did make some progress while I was gone. About 30 yards. However, does any of that matter? It does not, as we get this tack. 4th and 16. Number 12, don't know your name, sorry. Oh, Byron Frets, I do know your name, actually. As our guy just missed, which saved us a penalty. Jefferson on the keeper. Nice gain of like 5. I'm going to say 4. That was a loss of a yard. 3rd and 7. RJ Harvey gets the snap. He's going to take it outside. He picks up the first up to the 34. He broke out tackle too, but if he would have stayed in bounds, oh my, we might have seen another one. as he gets slammed after a gain of 4. That carry, however, does put him over 150 on the game. And we still are, barely into the third. However, he does lose a yard there. It doesn't affect his stats apparently, but it does for, the range. And we call the same play as before. And he's bouncing tackles off, and he's going to lose a lot of yards. That's going to put him under 150. 4th and 12. They were ready for it that time, as we are going to punt. We do have a guy break through, and it looks like it will matter, as they do call it a fair catch, probably because of that. First and 10 from the 20. First down up to the 34-yard line. Very easy there. Hudson Clement puts him at 6 receptions for 59 yards this game. There's another play. Garrett Green passing puts him over 200 yards. He's already up to the 47 across midfield. As they hand the ball off, and everything they are calling is working. That's going to go down to the 22-yard line. This is the dream drive for the Mountaineers right now. Is the only way to explain it. 3 plays, all have been big chunk plays. Play number 4, not quite the same, only a yard. And we are in a good spot. However, we're not in a comfortable spot. Only up 8 points with them about to score. I'm curious to see if they're going to go for the 2-pointer, however, if they do score. Or if they're just going to, hope for their defense and feel like it's going to be easier to take the field goal if, that happens. Or we can just get an interception, but he is going to go out at the 1-yard line. I mean, there is no room for error here. Wildcat. He is going to get about half a yard. He almost broke that. I was afraid when he broke that tackle that he was going to go, back into the end zone. Give it to him again. He's up to the 3-yard line, which I think we're just going to have to take the punt here. Unless, something happens. I don't think it's worth throwing the ball unless if it's, an RPO. Fourth and 7. Punt protect. We do boot it away, and it's a good punt. However, they are going to get a solid return of about 10 yards. They got the 41. So, honestly, considering they turned the ball over that drive, they don't get it. They get it back in a pretty good spot. At, our 41, borderline field goal range, depending on how much you trust your kicker. And that was a tight window, but if he would have squeezed that in, that would have been a huge play. 3rd and 9 now. It's going to be a screen. They're going to pick up some blocks. And it's going to be short. 4th and 4. Way to get the tackle there. And they are looking at a 52-yarder. Do not commit a roughing penalty. And he makes it from downtown. 28-23. Oh, I don't get to return here. Well, let's just hope. Okay, we don't even return it. You know what? To make up for it, I am going to call my own play. It's going to be RPO bubble. There's a chance, and it looks like it's a pretty high chance they're going to be instantly onto it. I am just going to run this ball, and it's going to result. I'm calling another play. Are you serious? RJ Harvey is looking at potential injury. I think we'll keep him in the game for now, though, considering it's 5 points, and he has been the reason that this is, our game right now, that we're winning. Not sure I feel the most comfortable, taking him out the game. However, with a win here, we probably do secure our ticket into the college football playoffs. As we're just going to have to punt it away. And I'm not great at punting, so we're going to... I'm pretty sure that's perfect. You better fair catch this. Yep. I mean, they are going to get the ball back. We do go 3 and out. Albeit pretty much out of my control. But the great news is it's still 5 points, which means it is still a touchdown game if they want to make it 1 score. The only thing that is scaring me a bit is... Let's see this play quickly. That's a good play by us. Is 2 field goals. 2 field goals gives them the lead. I prefer us to be a 6-point lead in that sense. Obviously, wishful thinking. What a play by 32 is we're going to force a 3 and out. I don't exit out in time again. I'm going to get another play. Oh, he missed again. Trying to get us penalties, bro. I swear. We're going to PA Reed, and let's just say I'm not happy with how I'm playing right now. My team, I'm ecstatic. It is a struggle. I mean, that's a pretty good play considering we were facing pressure. We were able... Randy Pittman. Way to go, my boy. All right. With that being said, I'll let them have their fun now. I brought us across midfield. You're welcome. I'm really happy about that Randy Pittman play. I mean, pressure was in my face. I was expecting, you know, we were going to get like 20 yards out of that. Like, in the air. Not even counting run after catch. But with pressure, I mean, the fact that we were able to complete that pass is like a good thing in itself. We were able to get a first down and more. As Kobe Hudson turning it outside to the 12-yard line. First down. And we could be looking to take a 2-score lead again. We do get a gain of 5 by Chauncey Magwood up to the 7. Penny Boone out there. Getting us 2 yards. I think the only reason we should go for it is if it's 4th and inches. Chauncey Magwood, though. Why am I even talking about going for it? And the possibility of us kicking a field goal. As we now have a 12-point lead, which is so good. It's 2 touchdowns. Because even if they were to get a field goal and a touchdown with the 2-pointer, it'd only be 11 points. Which, in my opinion, is one of the better, 2 scores to have. Obviously, there's stuff like 13 points, 14 points. I feel like if you have 12 points, that's like that's the beginning of how comfortable you can feel with a 2-score lead. 11 points, you can feel somewhat comfortable, however, not enough to be like, okay, we're chilling right now. Unless, if they get the touchdown first and they fail the 2-point conversion, which either way, that would then bring it to a 1-score game. So it's kind of doesn't matter. In this sense, get that tackle, 17. Get that tackle, 18. Down to the 13. What a play. Insane, I had to say 2 different numbers for getting that tackle. What a throw down to the 1 yard. I don't get to see it. Threading the needle there. Shocked they didn't call that a touchdown. However, it don't matter because they score there anyway. And you best believe I'm getting a return. (35-30). We're back to that 5-score lead. However, all it takes is 1 touchdown and we're back to that 2-score lead. Hopefully we make the extra point if that happens, though. As it's returned up to the 21. Not the worst return. I will be fair. Give all it to the 7:21 to close this game out. West Virginia is giving us most certainly a good game to clinch a Big 12 championship appearance. Gain of 8 there. I was not here. I will be 100% honest. What happened? All right, we're stepping up. Chauncey Magwo just beats his man. And it's a foot race that he wins. All the way to the end zone. And just like that, 7 minutes to go now. 2-score lead. Hopefully 12 points. My man. (42-30). This is a great game. Number 32 got put on his ass, and he somehow impacted that play. Don't know how. Way to get that pass away. Way to break that tackle. Another one. We get a big hit up to the 39. I don't know why I'm supporting the other team right there. I'm just, supporting the player, saying he did a great job. The score may not say it, but this has been a lot closer of a game than, the score says. 3rd and 4 from 45. We've had a lot of chunk plays that have resulted in scores, which helps us out. He's over 300 yards passing now. Throws. Caught up to the 48 first down. We're playing great defense, and they're managing. I think if it weren't for these chunk plays we were getting, as they're going to hand it off and it's going to go nowhere, we might even be looking at a West Virginia lead. However, I'm grateful that we've had those chunk plays. Once again, tight window with good coverage. He did have the step. 3rd and 6 from the 44. And I think if you're West Virginia, you're in go for a territory. Not that it matters. Byron frets. Does he have the speed to go the distance? Will he get caught? He will not. 57 yards to the house, and that is probably going to be your dagger, ladies and gentlemen. $19-point lead. The only way that wouldn't have been the dagger is they would have blocked that 2-point conversion and took it back. Well, that extra point, I should say. And made it a 16-point 2-score game. It's not over till the clock hits 0, but I am very comfortable right now. We get the interception. They got desperate. We were just praising West Virginia, and they've thrown 3 interceptions now. We had that ball outside. R.J. Harvey, gain of 9. Did he go out of bounds? If he did, that sucks. He did not. He did not. All right, we're chilling. I think our mission now is KJ Jefferson keeper. What a play call. Up to the 26-yard line. I think our mission now is to simply chew the clock. As it stands, we have a free score lead. We do lose 6 yards there, however, that does help with chewing the clock. Third and 19. I think personally, We either go for an easier field goal. I don't think we should go for the first down here unless it is a touchdown, like play. Like, that's a good play. Sucks he ran out of bounds. Gives us a good field goal shot. 37-yarder. And that puts us at 52. We've dropped 50 points again. It is 22 points. Still a free score game. We will need 25 plus for it to be a 4-score game. However, with 4.5 minutes... What a hit. What a catch, though. Gain of 7. Way to hold on to that. Clock dwindling more and more. I think we are going to win this game. Clock's going to tick some more as it's not a first down. 3rd inches. You might just want to run this here or do an RPO. That's exactly what they do, but he does not get it. We make a great tackle to make 4th and inches. And now you're looking at giving us the ball back at the 26. If you don't get this. Has to throw. He does catch it. What a play attempt by 57. Up to the 34. It's a first down. He does go out of bounds. And it doesn't look like they have NFL rules where if you go backwards, the clock keeps running. We're right there to get that. Loss of a yard. And I feel bad for West Virginia. Because now they're looking at not even making a bowl game. I mean, they have a do or die next week if they want to make a bowl game. And there's another interception! Number 32! Up to the 31. We better have the... Oh, I mean, it's free scores still. Personally, with this amount of time left and this lead, I would have put the backups in. However, at least we have true clock on. Can't complain about that. Penny Boone! He's going to take it the distance! Let's go! 58, potentially 59, potentially 60. 59. There's 2.5 to go in this game. West Virginia down 29 points, I think. I think they know it's over now. I mean, it was over once it really became free scores. First and 10 up to the 40. Does he get out of bounds? He does not. Clock's going to keep running because of that. That was a great catch there. Way to stay in bounds. Well, way to, get in bounds. Although it probably cost you getting out of bounds. Do they get the playoff before the 2-minute warning? It's going to be close. They do with a second to spare. However, it is incomplete, so it might cost them 3rd and 10 now. Need to get to pretty much midfield for the first. There's pressure. Down he goes. 4th and 16 from the 33. I thought that maybe would be a fumble. And, I mean, it looks like they might be in Hail Mary formation. Although they do have an RPO potentially. They don't go for that. Big hits. They get the first, but it's not enough because they dropped it. And we still have the starters out there, but it looks like we're ready to just run this clock out and, meet with Utah, which won't mean a lot in terms of the Big 12. We've guaranteed a spot. However, for the college football playoffs, different story. One final play should do it. It's the man Penny Boone. Goes nowhere. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, ding, ding. And if my calculations are correct, the UCF Knights have secured a spot in the Big 12 championship game. Chauncey Magwood, 9 catches, 130 yards, 4 touchdowns from the junior. We see one of our pick sixes there. And as you can see, we really outdid them in every quarter. However, it was a close game until that fourth quarter, where we dropped 24 on them. Shout out West Virginia. They kept that a good game for, majority. Curious to see if we do get any commits. I think if we did, this would be, our best chance because we are playing Utah, and I don't know how a loss is going to affect us. Delbert Heaney, a 3-star right tackle. Daniel Corner, a 3-star right tackle. Both committing. And do you see how close we are? We stay at the number 2 seed, which pretty much means Oklahoma State won. We are in a shoe battle. These are such close races right here. But we're first and everyone else by significant margins. It sucks that we lose this guy, though. Sua Stoneburner. Do you see? Look at how close we are. They jumped us. Byron Fretz wins Big 12 Player of the Week. Congrats, Byron Fretz. And to that, he wins the National Defensive Player as well. Chauncey Magwood, Big 12 Player of the Week as well. Do we have one more in us? And he gets National. We get both players. You're going to tell us you'd rather go to Florida? When you just watched that? It didn't even matter as well. Maybe that's why he went to Florida. If I just saw what I think I saw. Oh, no. It was Iowa State. Iowa State! I don't know how it was in overtime unless they got a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a pick six. Very possible. It's not very possible. It's possible. I think it's better if we just upgrade all of these to stage 1 and then work to stage 2. Besides kicker and punter. Quarterback, I'm good on. We just we just got a guy. We have a bunch of freshmen. We got a guy. We got a sophomore who's going to be our guy next year. But here we are. We're guaranteed a Big 12 spot. As you see, top 25. Oklahoma State and UCF. If we both win, that's going to be for both the number 1 spot and the number 1 seed. Wow, that was a loud car. I'm pretty sure it's impossible for the Big 12 to not get the 1 seed. Because at worst, both teams end up 1 loss. Or at worst, one team ends up 1 loss. We've landed 16 recruits. We do get 150 hours, however, due to, getting some recruits. We've pretty much guaranteed you Marcus Alvarado, 2-star middle linebacker. They jumped us. I don't even know how. There's legit nothing else we can do. We're going to have to hope that he just chooses us, it looks like. I don't know what these bars mean as well. I thought the bars meant that's what you would gain off of, next one. So I thought the first bar was how much you have, the second one was how much you'd gain. So I assumed we would be number 1 in that case. However, we are getting close to the 60-minute mark, which means I do have to end it before that. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. I'll see you guys next time where we'll go against Utah. Not that it matters for Big 12 shakes, but for, ranking and standings, it does. So, hope you enjoyed. I did. See you guys next time. Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed.